Everybody, how are you? My name is Colleen Light and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you from Kalama, Washington. So once a month I like to kind of highlight this paper pumpkin subscription kit. It is, I just love getting these crafty boxes in the mail. It just makes me happy. So I like to share once a month. I come on and I'll pre-record my YouTube video, which is what I'm doing now, and I'll upload it, and hopefully you get to watch the replay, and then I'll do an alternative on Thursday on my Facebook Live. So that's Thursday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let me show you what goes in, what comes in this box. This is the Welcome In June 2023 kit. I repurpose these boxes all the time to mail things in. And this one is called Welcome In. So it says extend your crafting with the Countryside Inn Suite and Welcome In add-on. Now I have to tell you, I know I got the add-on. I cannot find it anywhere, but my craft room is really a mess, so that doesn't surprise me. When you open your paper pumpkin box, it'll tell you what the following month is. So Fun in the Sun is next month's. It'll be July's kit. And it says spend a day at the beach with this fun-filled summer kit, bright sunny colors and a beach-themed die cuts. And you can create cards that show off your summer fun. So you can scan that QR code down there to learn more about that kit. So that's pretty fun. I'm looking forward to that one. In every paper pumpkin kit, you're going to get a stamp set. So if you're a beginner crafter, this is the perfect way to get your stash built up. It just really is such a perfect way to get a few sentiments in here, to get a few different design items. Just wonderful. You get an ink spot. This is Night of Navy. So for those of you who've watched my videos before, I have Night of Navy. I will be swapping out for the full-size ink pad, and the reason why is I saved this to give it to friends of mine that are new stampers and my grandchildren. So I always tuck those off to the side, use that. I do save my tissue paper. Just because I'm kind of frugal, so I do that. Here, let me flip this out here. And your kit will come wrapped, the inside contents will also come wrapped in another layer of plastic. So your box will have your address label on it and be wrapped in plastic. You'll get the tissue paper layer. I'm going to move that out of my way, and then it'll come wrapped in plastic yet again. So let me show you here. I'm just going to open this up, show you the contents of the kit, how it comes, and then let's make a card together. Maybe we'll make a couple. I don't know. Let's see. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm not sure how the internet is going to hold. It's been kind of stormy here in Kalama today. Well, I should say it's been stormy with just beautiful sunshine. I live in Southwest Washington, and then it's been stormy again. So it's really hard to tell. So in this particular kit, and it will tell you what you can expect to get in this kit. So let's go ahead and just get started. This is our tear and tape. Let's take that out of our plastic bag. I love tear and tape. Then we have some embellishments here. Always fun. So we have some embellishments. We have, oh, look at these little strips look at these. These are fun, of dimensionals. Well, how fun is that? I can't wait to use those. Let me go ahead and before we get into these, oh, look at these. Well, let's just not before we go ahead and look at these envelopes here. How pretty are those? Those are fabulous. I love them. Then we have our die cuts here. So that's fun. We'll be having a good time with those. And our card bases. So let me see here. We have 3 card bases here. Oh, more die cuts. Fun. Oh, and then we have, this is pretty. Look at that color. A few more die cuts, little bases. Hello, friend. Oh, I love this. Oh, and look at this, the Night of Navy color. How pretty is that? And it looks like we have some banners for our sentiments and maybe different layers. Well, this looks like a really pretty kit. How about if we get started? And it does come with this cardboard piece that keeps everything nice in your box. But if you don't have the Stampin' Pierce mat for your photopolymer stamp set, this here will actually work great for you to stamp on. You need just a little bit of a cushion for these photopolymer stamps. So I'm going to take this piece of plastic off there. I'm going to grab this and let me see here. Let me see. Oh, I thought I had, let me see here. I thought I had a piece, and I'm going to pop this on top of it, of, you know, our grid paper out. And I must have forgotten to grab it. Let me double check myself. I don't, but I do have a piece of typing paper, and that'll look a little bit better than that cardboard. So, or copy paper, I should say. Does anyone use typing paper anymore? So this is your, these are your instructions here. And it'll show you in pictures every step you need to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the components you need. So for card number 1, and I'm terrible because I just always kind of go rogue. So I have to look at the picture and when I do the videos and the tutorial to make sure I'm making it the way I should be for you. So let's go ahead. It looks like we need this piece here. Let's grab this piece out. It looks like we need one of these banners. Let me tell you what color this is as we go along, because it'll give us the coordinating colors right down here. So Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, and Old Olive. So this is your Calypso Coral here. So we need that piece. We need one of these card bases here. And I will tell you, in your first paper pumpkin kit, you will get a paper pumpkin block. So that will come in your first kit. So hang on to it because you only get it with your first paper pumpkin kit. So we need a card base. We have our card layer. We have another layer. It looks like we need a base here. So let's pop that out. Oh, I have it upside down. Well, it'll be easier to read like this, won't it? Let's pop the base out. And let me see. I think that's all we need for this one. Okay, and it tells you exactly how to adhere your adhesive. So let's go ahead and start with our stamping. Oh, this is so pretty. I love a pretty kit. I just love, love, love a pretty kit. Now, you can hear me rattling around back here. You would not have thought I had all day to get this done, and I actually did. But I don't know. Time gets away from me. We're going to use Thank You for Your Hospitality. That's what it's calling for. And it looks like we want to use this vase, but let me see here. There must be a vase that, I want to look through these again. So just hang tight with me for a second because I'm thinking there's a vase that is already stamped, but no, it's not. I'm going to stamp. I think it looks like we're going to go over this one. Yep, we're going to stamp over this one. Okay, I think I've got it now. I just want to look through this again. Let me look at look at this. Oh no, it does come with those die cuts there. Well, let's see where mine is. Let's just make sure that I have it in here. I must have missed it. See, this is why we have to go through these kits. Let me see here. Oh, I found it. I found it. Look, I did. It was just tucked in there. Okay, so that's a lesson learned for all of us. This is the piece we want. Perfect. I always think they're kind of good mistakes to make because I figure if I can miss it, anybody can miss it, right? We can all do that. I think I'm going to grab a smaller block. Let's see here. Here we go. This will be better. Okay. So we're going to thank you for your hospitality. I'm going to place it on the block. I kind of wish I had to grab that grid paper, huh? And let's go ahead and do some stamping. Now, since this is a brand new stamp, I want to see how it's going to work. So I'm going to pop it over here, make sure it's stamping well. And sometimes I do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure. Oh, yep, it looks good. I'm going to try and line this up as best as I can. Let's look at the picture and see where we want to stamp. Right down here at the bottom, it looks like. So let's go ahead. Line that up, pop that down, just, you don't have to press real hard, and pick it straight up. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm going to close this up so I don't accidentally stick my fingers in it. And the new, you know, when you get a new pad, sometimes they don't slide as easy. So let me see if I'll get my fingers all inky here. Maybe. I hope not. A little bit. Let me go ahead. This is the one, I mean, I always keep a damp rag in the room just for that, just to get that little bit of ink off. Sometimes it'll get there. And let me wash this stamp off here. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this now. So we can see we've got that stamping done. It looks like we're going to have to fold this card base in half. So let's do that. Let me grab out my bone folder. So the kit doesn't come with things like bone folders or whatnot. But if you don't have a bone folder, just use the edge of your block and it'll work very well. So you just want a nice crisp edge there. Let's bring our instructions back in, and we want to lay this right down the center, it looks like, at the top. And this is calling for the tear and tape. So let's grab that out. Now, I'm going to do this just following our directions. But normally, I think I would use, because I like to hoard my tear and tape, honestly, because I make a lot of 3D projects. So I think I would use my multi-purpose glue on the remainder of the cards that I'm making. I'm just going to pop that up with my fingernail. If you have to take your pick tool, go ahead and do that. And I want to make sure that I get this centered and lined up appropriately on that edge. So I'm going to line it up, but I'm also going to pick it up and see, you can see it wasn't exactly even. So before I really press it down, I want to make sure that that edge is even. So let me try this again. I'm going to just line it up there. Let me see. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. So we can give that a nice, we can just adhere that. The one reason I think I would switch to this multi-purpose liquid glue is it just lends a little bit more wiggle room. And I am a person that needs some wiggle room. Here, this is popped up just a little bit here. So because I pulled it up, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. This is how you fix your projects, right? Like you can see, oh, there we go. Perfect. That's perfect. Perfect. And now let's go ahead and take this piece. We're going to use the longer pieces down the side. This is such a fun kit. And I just really like this stamp set. I wish I had, I don't have it. I kind of wish I had have ordered it. And then we want our smaller pieces of these long dimensionals right down here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put these, just put this together. This is such a pretty card. And we want to center this. Go ahead and center that. I think I want a little bit higher. Let me see here. And before we press hard down and really adhere things, yep, that looks nice and centered. Now let's grab our, this one also calls for it to be elevated, but I have to tell you, I don't want that much height on my card because I mail so many of my cards. So I'm going to go ahead and use the multi-purpose glue because I just don't want that much height on my card. And by adding that extra layer of dimensionals, I think it's either going to A, cost more to mail, or, look at that, I'm just wiggling that around. Or if it doesn't cost more, it's going to be still kind of bulky. So I'm going to do that. Same reason I'm not going to adhere the dimensionals around the vase, even though normally I would. But I think it's just going to add more bulk there. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to put it like in the center of some of the flowers. The nice thing with your paper pumpkin kits is that you really get to put your own touch on things, right? So, sorry, I just scooched the dog out. Can you hear the plane out there? She was starting to dark. So there is card number 1, and let me show you the envelope. How pretty is this? I mean, wouldn't anyone just love to get this in the mail? I think it is just beautiful. So I like this kit so much. I want to see, look at that, just matches beautifully. I want to make another one. So hang in there with me. Let's make card number 2. Let's get everything together. Now that I'm kind of in the groove, why not? The one thing I really do enjoy about Stampin' Up's Paper Pumpkin Kit is that if you get your preview and you say, ugh, those are not my colors, and I love Calypso Coral, so this is absolutely my color. If you say, those are not my colors, that is not my design, that kit is not for me. They are very easy to put on hold. So that is one of the things I do absolutely also love about Paper Pumpkin is you're not obligated. You don't sign up for your subscription without the opportunity to put it on hold or return. Stampin' Up has great return policies. So there's that. Let's come back over here to, oh, this is the one that I think we want to stamp. So let's go ahead. It looks like we are going to stamp this one. Maybe. Let me look and see. I might be giving you misinformation. Hold on here. Just let me see what I'm going to be doing. I want to look through all the pieces again, all the instructions in the pieces, because it's a different vase, so I want to make sure I'm not giving you misinformation. Let's see. So, nope, we do want to stamp that one, it looks like, because it's solid blue. Okay, perfect. Hope with the flipping of these pages didn't make you a little seasick watching the video. Yep, has the ink stamp. So there we go. Okay, so we want to pull out this stamp, right? Let me pull the other one off. And let's put this stamp here. When I put my photopolymer stamps on, I like to bring the block to the stamp and not put the stamp on the block, because I don't like to have any opportunity for that to go out of alignment, because it is photopolymer, so it's easy to kind of bend it a little bit. So I do like that. Okay, so we have our stamp together. We have our card base. We have this piece. And let me see what we have here. It looks like we have a frame. Well, let's look for the frame. How fun is that? Let me see let me look here again at what all came in the kit and see exactly what I'm looking for. How fun is that? Oh, there's the frame right there. All right. How fun is that? We're going to add on a little frame. Let me go through all of our pieces here and see where the frame is. This really came with some neat elements, didn't it? It's right here. How fun is that? Okay. Grab out this frame. Oh, and I just love this Calypso Coral. Okay. So I like to do this in real time with you, because I figured that way we can learn together. And, oh, it looks like this is a different flowers. So let's see here. And they are. So let's grab the right one. There we go. So learned how to show you how the kit is, what it's like when we're doing it in real time. I don't want to be very practiced and, you know, so far ahead that we are not doing this together. So that's why I don't really open it or play it around with it beforehand, because I want you to really see what it would look like real time. Sometimes when we practice, So I'm going to stamp this, and again, I'm going to do a couple practice. Sometimes as demonstrators, when we're doing our videos and we practice, and we practice, and then we practice some more, and our cards, we try and get them as perfect as we can, although I have not attained that yet. Sometimes I just feel like it's not always very realistic. So I like to do sometimes, oh gosh darn it, I think I'm going to go like this. This is going to work out fine. Sometimes I just really like to do it in real time for you, so you can see how it's working and how it comes together. Okay, so it looks like we want this one here, and this is what I'm saying. I think this is what we want, although this looks so much bigger than these, but I guess this is what I'm seeing to do, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, let's give it a whirl. I'm gonna tap here. Try and get this all inked up, and then I'm going to line it up as, oh, I see, I have a little hair on it. There we go. Must have been something in the ink pad. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this on a piece of scratch paper and smoosh it off, and then re-stamp it. I can see there was just a little hair on it. There we go. Just off camera, I just kind of smooshed it off a little bit. There we go. Let's try it again now. I love the Night and Navy color. It's one of my favorites. Love Night and Navy, love Calypso Coral, absolutely love them together. Okay, so this is, just line it up the best you can. Hold your breath, cross your fingers, and let's see how it goes. Okay, we're gonna lift it straight up, maybe. I'm gonna take my Take Your Pick tool so I don't get ink all over myself. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. That worked out really well. I mean, it's a little blotchy, but I think that's okay. I think it kind of still lends to that kind of earthen pottery look. So I'm going to be okay with that, because I actually have quite a bit of pottery, and I'm going to say no pottery is just absolutely perfect. So I'm going to be okay with that. Gee, it looks so much similar to the ones I've stamped over there. I can't really, I'm going to flip that over. I'm not sure what I'm going to be grabbing. And then, again, I'm going to wipe up my hands. I got a little bit of that Night and Navy on me. And this is why you wear old clothes when you stamp. And I'm going to grab out a Hello Friend right here. We need that also. Okay, let's put this together. Let's see. Yeah, same size. Okay, so let's put this card together. I'm going to put the instructions back out here. And we have our frame. And we are going to grab our dimensionals again. So on our frame, we want, look, I am all thumbs today. We want one here. So hopefully, if you're catching the replay, well, it's all going to be replay. I guess I'm pre-recording it. I really appreciate you dropping in and watching. So if you'll hit the like button, or even better yet, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. I do read all of your comments. It's so much fun for me. So if you leave a comment or like, or hit the subscribe button, then you'll be notified of when I upload my videos. And that's always fun too. I know besides the crafting, I follow some cross-stitching. I'm an avid cross-stitcher, and I follow, I don't know if you've heard of floss tube, so I follow some cross-stitchers, and honestly, I've been cross-stitching for years and years and years, and I had never actually heard of a pin stitch, and I was just like, wow. So, it's just so much fun to follow people, right? Because you just always have the opportunity to learn new things. Okay, so we're going to peel off these backings here. Just this easy. These are such fun cards. I'm really very happy with this kit. So if you haven't heard, and sometimes, and I may actually be repeating information. Sometimes I just start to just chit-chatting away, and then I forget what I said. So on June 21st, so that's just the day after tomorrow, there is free shipping from Stampin' Up for orders of $75 or more in the United States. And it has to be $75 before, I don't know what that is. There we go. Before tax. So you want to make sure you hit that $75 limit before they add your tax on. Look at that. Oh, isn't that just the best? And then it said to just adhere that to the front of our card base. I am going to use, though, my glue. I'm not going to use the tear and tape. I am going to just make an executive decision here and use the liquid adhesive because I don't know that I'm going to get this centered right. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to center this. Wow, isn't this just for a kit card, for just not having to design anything on your own, and for a kit card? How beautiful are these? Okay, so we want the Hello Friend. Again, they're calling for this to be popped up on dimensionals. And we can certainly do that. But, oh, and then this would be the tear and tape over it. But I'm going to switch that up, and I am going to glue this down. Again, I kind of want a little bit of that wiggle room. So make your card your own. Even with the kit, make your card your own. Best thing about stamping ever is I think you could give 15 people the same kit, and you're going to come out with 15 different cards, which is what I absolutely love. Love, love, love. Okay, because I want this little piece up on dimensionals, my Hello Friend. So that's why I glued down the vase. So do you say vase? Do you say vase? It's always funny to me how we all pronounce things differently. Okay, so again, I'm going to center that, pop that down. And there is card number 2. And let me flip this around. So I actually think for me, I came pretty darn close. I mean, for me, I think that worked out okay, honestly. Okay, and here is the envelope. So look at this. Easy, easy, beautiful cards. Just gorgeous. Should we do the last one? I hope you're hanging in there with me. And, you know, the nice thing is about pre-recorded videos, and I am so guilty of this, pre-recorded videos are fabulous because you get to fast forward through all the chitter-chatter if you don't want to listen to it, right? And just see what I'm doing. Okay, so here is our gorgeous Night of Navy cardstock, our card base. Now, we want another one of our pottery vases here. Beautiful. And then it looks like, oh, how pretty is this going to be? Then we want, and look at this. I'm going to show you here. I'm talking like, oh, how pretty is this going to be? And I'm not showing you. So then we want another vase here. We want this one, this die cut. So I would call that my second layer. And then, oh, look at the height on that. That is so pretty. And then we want a label. So let me get the label here. So again, these are all-inclusive kits. They're all-inclusive. It comes with everything you need. It does not come with the bone folder, but you know, as you get into stamping and craft and paper crafting, you will slowly build up your supplies. It is unbelievable. And the more at ease you feel with designing and working with different products, the easier it gets. I think kits are great, not only for beginner stampers. I honestly feel like they are just great for those of us that are avid crafters. And part of the reason why is, you know, I've said a bunch of times, you know, I absolutely loved camp. And I I bring both. Well, actually, I bring 3 things. I bring a book, or should I say 4? I bring my husband. A book, some cross stitch, and always a box, always some sort of a crafting box. This is the welcome I'm making exactly as it says there. So this one, we start with this fun stamp. And I love how this is. It says, friend, you're invited. Oh, how great. You're invited. You could use these as wedding, or not wedding, but you know, you could use these as party invitations. Oh, so much fun here. All right, so we're going to take this long stamp, it looks like. Let me get a bigger block here. I would say as you get into crafting, make sure you invest in blocks. I have a number of them, so just make sure you invest in blocks. And they actually have theirs going this way. So I'm going to do the same. But everything that we're working with today will work on your paper pumpkin block. So if you are a subscriber, it will work on your paper pumpkin block. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this face right here. It looks like we're going to open up our Night of Navy ink again. We're going to take this, tap, tap, tap. Again, I'm going to do a practice one because it's a new stamp. I want to make sure there's nothing on it. Good enough. I'm happy with how that's stamping. And it looks like we're just going to kind of come up. I think I want a little bit more ink down there. There we go. I think we just want to come up like this. All right, there we go. I don't think there's a wrong way to stamp, honestly. I just don't. I think anything you do, if the ink is on your paper, you're fine. You're good. Unless it's really wonky or something, you're doing just fine. All right, so let's do our welcome. Let's do our welcome here. So I hope you got the add-on. I hope you if you have the countryside in, I'd love to see your alternative projects. So I actually like when people tell me what they make. I like when they share what they make with me. I post these on both YouTube. I post this, but I'll post the pictures of the cards we made today over on my Facebook page and Instagram. And I love when you all share. I love when you share your projects. I love when you share what you're working on. To me, it just is really so much fun. And I feel like I'm getting to know people and, you know, like we're friends. So again, I'm going to, well, look at that. I did get some ink on myself. Well, that's okay. I'll cover that base up with something else. I'll use that base as an alternative. That's exactly what I'll do. I'll use that as a layer. Okay, so again, we're going to go like this, like that. And let's go ahead. Oh, I can see the ink right there. There's the culprit. These dark inks, I like when I work with the light inks because you can't see it as much when we're on screen. So there we go. Let's go ahead and use a little of this multi-purpose glue. I buy this stuff in stock. At first I had a love-hate relationship with it. I really kind of like the Stampin' Seal better until I learned how much wiggle room I actually had with the multi-purpose glue and getting things a little bit more even. So I have to be honest, I have a very love-hate relationship with it. Now I just love it. This I am going to put the tear and tape on though. According to the directions. Okay. So what's your favorite part? Do you like the creating part? Like, do you like the designing part? Do you like the just making the cards? Are you, let's see, it looks like we're going to line this up right here. And then over here. Let's see if we can get it. Perfect. I like that. It could have been scooched over a little bit more, but it's fine. So just let me know what one do you like? Do you like the design concept? Do you like to have somebody else design it and just make it? My favorite part is actually mailing them out. That is my favorite part, is I love writing cards out and getting them in the mail. It just makes me very happy. And, You know, I get so much nice feedback from people when you mail cards. And the nice thing is once you start mailing people cards, they start mailing you cards. And that is way fun because then you get surprises in the mailbox too. Okay, so this one's going to pop up on the dimensional. So let's go ahead and do that. I went a little out of order. I looked at that picture. I didn't really exactly start where I should have, but that's not too surprising, is it? I'm going to add 2 to this. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll pop this in the middle. And these are fun cards. So don't forget about free shipping. Also, yeah, it could have went down maybe a little bit lower and then that wouldn't have hit the top, but I still am really happy with it. Then we're going to put this down underneath here. And that would call for tear and tape, but I want the wiggle room. Don't forget that the starter deal, the starter kit, is also a great deal this month. So we have the free shipping on the 21st, and you get free shipping for the starter kit. So if you're spending over $100, take a look at the starter kit special right now. No selling is required. I just want you to get the best bang for your buck. I always say I wouldn't be doing what I should be doing if I didn't tell you these things, because I really want you to have the information so you can decide what's best for you. Okay, card 3. So in the order we made them, card 1, card 2, card 3. Let me know which one is, here, I should probably take the envelopes out. Let me know which one you like. I know which one is my favorite. I kind of knew which one was going to be my favorite before I start, but I'm not going to say anything. Let me know which one is your favorite. As always, I appreciate you popping in and watching my videos. Have a wonderful day and take care.